When I was in training to be a priest, I was at another parish, and I was just starting to preach. And I was very uncomfortable getting up in front of people. I still am very uncomfortable getting up in front of people. But I was very uncomfortable. And so it was something I had to learn and to practice and to do. And the first couple weeks, I was very on edge, and I didn't feel good about it. But then, one week, I felt really good. And after I preached, I thought, okay, I think that went okay. I could see myself doing this for the rest of my life. It's kind of a thing that until I actually did it, I didn't know anyway. So I felt really good. And everything seemed to be going okay. And I was kind of joyful about it. And then that night, we had a parish event, and I got to meet a lot of parishioners, and I felt like, okay, I feel like I'm a part of this parish. And I came home, and I was so excited. And then downstairs, the pastor said, "Tim, get down here." I said, "Oh, what did I do?" And he said, "I think you talked about McDonald's in your homily." I said, I'm glad he was listening. I said, "Yes, I did." And he said, "Did you happen to call McDonald's junk food?" And I said, "I don't think so. I eat there 3 days a week. If it's junk food, that's an indictment on me." And he said, "Well, we have a problem because there were the owners of the 3 local McDonald's sitting in the front row, and they are very upset that you called McDonald's junk food." Oh my gosh. And then I called them and I had to apologize. And I got told about how good McDonald's food really is. So, and I believe it, of course, because I eat there. I'm happy to hear it's nutritious because, man, I could feel the Popeyes, anyway, can of spinach. Anyway, so I was on cloud 9. And then as soon as I got on cloud 9, I waited a long time, someone came and knocked it down, And rightfully, I have to watch what I say. And then I went back to the seminary and they said, "You have to start writing your homilies down." I said, "Absolutely not. I don't need proof that I said anything. I'd rather it come out and people just not listen, But, we're always, you ever get that way? You get joyful and maybe for a first time in a long time. And then something happens and then you're back down again. Because we look for joy. And we look for the foundation of joy in places that can't sustain it, in other people or things or whatever. These are all things that are probably very good in many ways, but they'll never continue or sustain. There's only so much that can sustain us, and then we fall off. It's not possible. This man today teaches us a lesson. Actually, Jesus teaches this man a lesson who teaches us a lesson. This man who's born blind. Okay, imagine not seeing anything for your entire life, and then all of a sudden this guy comes and you see everything. Talk about freedom. Talk about joy. Talk about unending joy. A new world is open to this man. How joyful do you think he is? Nothing is going to take him down. And it didn't. Because immediately after this man gets healed, all the barbs come his way. They come after him with the sledgehammer. They're going to beat him down, and then they're going to get to Jesus. But they got to get to him first. And everyone else around him folds like a house of cards. His parents fold. Oh, we don't know. Ask him. He's old enough to talk. The other people in the community fold because they're worried. They're worried that the Pharisees are going to kick them out. They fold. This man, he was healed. He felt what it means to receive the joy of God, the life of God. He wasn't folding. They kept asking him. How many times? There's a reason why we read the long version. I know you followed along. And I know you saw that the passage in brackets, you were hoping, I hope he skips over that section so we can go through. Weren't you? Because I used to do the same thing. Of course, I don't now. But when the passages in brackets are a repetition, they're keeping asking him, and they're hoping he just folds. But he doesn't. There's nothing going to stop this guy. And they even say to him, oh, come on, this didn't happen. And he says, why do you keep asking me? And then he's making fun of him. Do you want to become his disciples too? And like, get out of here. They throw him out after that. He doesn't care. He has received what it means to receive the power of God. And he's never going back because it doesn't go away. He has seen true joy for the first time, and nothing's going to bother him. Do you want that? I want that. We received him today, here. How do we receive him? How to receive that joy? Did you notice how Jesus cures that man? It's the strangest thing in the world. He spits in the ground, he gets mud, makes clay, and puts it on his eyes and tells the guy to go and wash. That is nuts. Why did he do that? He did that because he wanted that man to experience a personal connection with him. Jesus could have just gone up to him and said, I cure you of your blindness. Could have done that. But instead he did this thing with stuff of the earth and put it on him and told him to go wash so that he would feel it. What is that? That's our sacraments. That's how Jesus gives us that personal interaction with him. Today we have several people who will be baptized in our Savior Jesus Christ in just a few short weeks. And we're so grateful for the journey that you're on and the love that you show and the dedication that you show towards coming towards the sacraments and receiving Jesus Christ. And some of you will receive baptism when water will be washed on you. And Jesus will tell you, go and get washed. These are the sacraments. We receive him in our hands today or on our mouth. We receive that personal interaction when we go to that confessional and we do as the second reading says, to get out what is inside of us, to not leave what is in darkness dark, but let it hit the light of Christ and let it be transformed by him. These are the sacraments. That's why he did that to that man, and that's why he does it to us, because we need to know, we need to feel his power. And of course we do. And so, brothers and sisters, we come to him today to feel the power of what it means to be everlastingly joyful. Not just temporarily, but today the new door opens for us. The door not just to this life, but the door to eternity. And we walk right through it. Let us accept it, brothers and sisters, and not just move on, but see it, walk through it, and walk through the gates to eternity even today. Because we are given that great gift. And that is the gift that gives us joy. Praise be Jesus Christ, now and forever.